Today's a bit of a recovery day, I guess you would say, from our septic project. It's been really cold, 10 degrees Fahrenheit for the last 48 hours since we finished that septic project. And we've got to deal with, the remnants, the stupid mistakes that I made. The biggest of which being this trailer. Dave's here today, and he reminded me of yet another issue that I didn't even realize with this trailer. We'll tell you all about that, and we'll move some frosty dirt. Let's get started. That's right, Dave reminded me that we were in the middle of a hydraulic project on this trailer. We've been putting in a three-way Summit hydraulic valve, a diverter basically, to switch between the three different functions on this trailer. And we didn't have the right fittings to finish, naturally, the dump portion of it. So no, it won't dump. So in addition to severely overloading the trailer, so much so that the springs are totally compressed on it, now it won't dump. You're doing good, Dave. Only making ruts an inch or two deep.
Yeah, she's only leaning a little bit.
Yeah, let's put this on the north side of those two piles where you had started to pile topsoil from the prior project where we did the culvert work on the neighbors, right?
Yep.
Maybe we can put the ramp down, and then I can dig in there with the excavator, maybe, and at least pull it out, hopefully. It'll be frozen. We'll see how it goes.
Well, we can see exactly where Dave has been.
I don't care what those marks say, I didn't drive there.
We got it on video, but I told you to. You might ask why we feel like we have to do this today. Well, it's a little frosty today, and we're gonna have to take off for Christmas. We got some Christmas travel to do. I think it'll probably be worse before it gets better. So I feel best to get this dirt out of the way today, even though that means we're gonna have to do some rut repair next spring. It's no telling how much this trailer weighs.
No, I think you may have overloaded it a little bit.
A little bit.
Tim's very fancy trailer goes that way with the gate, but then if you want to use it as a dump trailer, it closes back up and then it tips out this way. And so because of that, there's a couple of fancy mechanisms down here, and I can't ever remember exactly how to do it, but I think we did it right this time, so we'll go up front and try it. Yeah.
At least that part's working.
Yep. All right.
I will feel some degree of stress relief when that's empty.
I assume this will be frozen too, the dirt in here.
Probably
Yes.
more froze than anything else because it's got air on all four sides.
Oh, yeah.
Nothing Mickey can't handle.
It's
Hey.
Minnie.
Hey, Tim, we're going for full bucket loads here.
Otherwise, it's going to take all day.
I know
I'm warm. I'm warm. What's your problem?
I was gonna say, I know it's warm in that cab, but out here it's kind of chilly.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. I'm getting it.
I don't really want my face to freeze off. Ooh,
That's good looking soil, isn't it?
yeah.
Good looking dirt.
Am I down to the floor?
Not quite, but close.
That may be a problem. Because it was mighty hard.
Now you're on the floor.
Okay. Some of that I'm going to have trouble getting to the floor, I'm afraid.
We can potentially drive one of the small tractors in there and scrape the floor.
Yeah. Or leave a little bit in there or something. There's something.
Option two, there you go. That's
Break
big.
it out like that. That's fine. Now I probably could drive this blade up here on here a little bit, like so.
You're pushing it more to the rear doing
Oh, I don't want to do that. Wasn't paying attention to my business. What'd you say about full bucket fulls?
that. That's the side.
Yeah.
That's a nice good scoop.
So you're saying we don't have a dump function at all?
No,
Boy, I thought we did that. I thought we did finish that work.
we did not.
If we get done with this and you flip it over on dump and it dumps,
I promise you it won't work.
I gotta turn the heat off, guys.
Oh, good grief. I may have to hit you.
Have the springs shown any relief yet, Dave?
Yes, because you don't have it full all the way to the front of the trailer.
No, I didn't. I didn't fill it all the way. I just didn't think it was that full. I thought, well, yeah, I'm piling it in the back.
I don't know. I think it might have dumped it because all the weight was back here.
It might have if my hydraulics man had been on the ball.
Yeah, well, if we had a shop we could pull it in.
Ooh.
Yeah, it was too cold. It was too cold
Yeah.
for that, wasn't it?
Throw it down, baby.
Maybe someday, Dave.
One
Maybe
day.
someday.
There you go. That was a big chunk off the floor.
Oh, is that on the floor?
Yeah,
look-
you got
look at
nice.
that.
Look at that. Beautiful.
You don't have a very good bite, but it's working.
We're going to try to move some of this dirt. I want to get it out of here. We just were not sure whether we're going to be able to move it very well because it's frozen. And one thing I'm noticing is the wheels slip really easily, don't they, Dave?
Yes. Need
But
some grippers, chains.
It's been, like I say, it's been 10 degrees for 48 hours until lunchtime today, and now it's about 25, so it's warmed up a little bit. It's going to be hard for the tires to grip, but if they can push in there, that soil there is not stuck to the ground.
Do we just want to load it back in the trailer and save ourselves some time?
Yeah, let's load it in the trailer so we don't have to spread it out on the ground. Well, I like that it's not muddy, right? I mean, that's good, and it's easy for him to skid the bucket in.
I should have put some weight on that heavy hitch.
Curl a little, there you go.
Forgot after moving the
But it
trailer.
doesn't have any traction.
No traction at all.
Still got a full bucket.
Got a full bucket though. So it's actually working pretty well. I think it's working good enough. This allows us to get to the pile without making a mess out there. Quite frankly, given the upcoming winter, it'll be pretty soggy out there if it is warmer. So this is probably a good time to move this dirt. Maybe I'll get a second tractor ready and we'll go from there. Now I got some questions in the septic tank video. One guy was asking, he's saying, hold it, I thought you were going to put a building here. Why did you put your septic tank here? Well, this is where the old septic tank was, and the building is going to extend from the house, only leaving about 2 foot on that side and 2 foot on that side. Other than that, it's going to come out here 30 by 30. So the new building, the new office portion is going to be right here, but the septic tank was moved to the south far enough that it's 10 foot away or 11 foot away from the new part of the building. Meanwhile, we want to get this dirt out of here. And I'm really not sure how much to take out. I know I want to take all the spoils out that Dave has started working on now. I have a little bit of mixed feelings about taking out more soil. People say you've got to take out the topsoil before you put concrete down. I get that, but I'm already a good bit low here from the finished grade, maybe 8-10 inches low, and sand is expensive, right? So if I take out more soil out here, that's just more I've got to fill with sand. So I'm a little undecided on that. I'll let you guys help me with that. But I mean, at the size we're talking, if I take out another 8 inches of soil here, first of all, that still won't be all the topsoil. I got 2 feet or more of topsoil, right? If I take out even 8 inches out here, I'm gonna be several truckloads of sand at $600 each to refill this. I do think I'll take some of the soil out next to the house. That's looser soil that I've had out in the last couple of years. That's pretty much got to come out. But for today, we definitely want to get the spoils out. Definitely want to get the the subsoil here, 2 topsoil piles here, and if we have time, I may try to get some of that by the house just because, well, the ground's workable today. And we're going to try to build maybe in March. It may be as late as April, but the point is it probably will not be dry. And even on our property, this is a low-lying spot, so we often have water standing right out here, maybe where the camera is. This is not a good place to have to do dirt work in the middle of the winter.
I'm the biggest proponent of rear ballast on the internet. I cannot believe that I didn't notice this tractor had no weights on the 3-point. It does have rim guard and wheel weights.
Dave came in so hot, I thought he might get whiplash.
Well, I got no traction, so speed's really the only option.
Yeah.
It didn't seem to matter, though.
Didn't help, huh? I got padded feet, Kristen.
Padded feet? Oh, you do. On the bottom of your bucket.
My hydraulics are totally cold.
I wonder why.
I don't know, I'm warm.
Oh, boy.
Hey, the 4-wheel drive works a lot better when the tires are on the ground.
Does it?
You're just digging in with your front tires now.
Yeah. Yeah, I broke through. That's not froze under there where that pile was. When we run the grapple on this tractor, if we allow it to curl all the way back, we were destroying hoses or making it really rough on this single point connector. So the guys decided to put these cylinder stops on here to prevent it from curling backwards. Now this wasn't a perfect solution because we had trouble keeping the stops on. That's the reason for the zip ties. But when you pinch that tight the way this is made, the stops would want to pop off. And so we broke several of the stops throughout the project down there on the farm. Because this, it would be easy for them to come apart like that, or maybe totally break the spring in there. These are, cheap stops. I don't know where you would get good stops, but these are not them. This side didn't have zip ties on it. It's bigger. These are bigger stops for a bigger cylinder. Tom and Randall must have bought these locally down there. The others are probably the ones I took them. It looks like the bigger ones worked better for them. Now typically those stops like I was showing you would be used for a depth stop, like on a a disc or something where you have a cylinder that you don't want it to retract all the way. That's the reason they sell them. You know, they did the job here, but it just prevents that cylinder from retracting all the way. Same purpose as here, but a lot of times it's to control the depth. Wish I could get down to the surface, but I got that frozen dirt on the bottom of the bucket. At least I can curl all the way now. Now this is a self-leveling loader, and on the small tractors, small Deere tractors, the self-leveling loader doesn't curl far enough. But on this one it does fine. This is the 520M loader. Now I think you can even see the problem. See the hoses down there on that single point?
Yeah.
Now I can take the top half of that single point off so it doesn't do that with this, because I don't need it on the loader. But that's what they were facing with the grapple.
You still got frozen dirt on the bottom.
I can't get it off. I really banged out here. It's finally got the hydraulic oil hot enough that I can bang the bucket a little bit. So maybe I'll get it heated up a little more and I'll be able to shake it hard enough to get it off.
That's one. That's two. All right. You're good.
Okay. This is a typical big versus small, right? The big guy just lumbers along.
Meanwhile, Dave's outpacing you.
Yep. I got to take off that top half of that single point connector before I break it.
Now the problem is I can probably run maybe twice as fast as him,
Yeah.
but my bucket's not twice as small, so this is about 3 times larger.
Oh, that's nice. Flat bottom buckets was a great invention. Is that sand from today or is that from the past? That must be from the past.
Must be past.
That's great news. I was seeing that sand in the in my bucketfuls, and I think it must be sand from the house build. I think that's it for the septic project. We've essentially got it done. Yes, this looks like a mess, but we got down to sand back here that was old sand, which is interesting. We may be able to take a little bit more of this off right in here at some point. I'm just, I'm sure this is not final,
Right.
but at least the bulk of this is out of here. We can get measuring tapes out across here again and kind of proceed with that.
Yep.
So I would consider the septic project complete and success. Next step out here probably is removing that tree. Sad day.
Yeah.
And yes, a lot of people said we could potentially use a tree spade, but we couldn't. I mean, that's a ridiculously big tree to move with a tree spade. And one guy said that oaks don't do very well anyway. He said from his experience that he didn't think we'd be able to get that moved very easily. The next step will probably be me explaining some of the interior things that we've been working on behind the scenes, probably electric or maybe some of the solar. I'm not sure exactly which stage. I've got several things going on in the background, and I want to update you on some of those plans. And that's probably the next thing we're going to see on this. Because who knows, we'll be in January by that stage, and it's going to be cold.
Because it's not cold today.
No, it was pleasant as could be in Johnny 5. And
I'm
in
sure it
Mickey.
was.
Did you get chilly?
Not too bad actually. You offered to let me drive it, but I was pretty comfortable on the 3 Series. It's time for some hot chocolate though. Are you guys like eggnog people or?
Hot chocolate.
Hot chocolate would be good.
Hot tea.
We could have put that loader on Old Salty.
Could have, but personally, I kind of like running the open station better. More
it's-
visibility.
If it's bearable, that 3046R is a nice machine to drive.
Absolutely.
Hope you guys have enjoyed this. You can come use our septic system anytime you'd like. Thanks for watching, everybody. We'll see you next time on Tractor Time with Tim.
Therefore, my dear brothers and sisters, stand firm. Let nothing move you. Always give yourselves fully to the work of the Lord, because you know that your labor in the Lord is not in vain.